Well, good afternoon, everybody. And I see a spider web right there that I don't want to walk into because I walk into enough of them. Yeah, walked over here to check on the chicken. Y'all see I've moved the fence around some. What y'all doing? I ain't got no treats. I ain't got no treats, pretty roosters. Pretty roosters. Yep, all the roosters. Some are still coming. The old girls are still inside. There's some of the leghorns back over there, and they and where the peach tree, the orchard trees and stuff. I was cleaning behind the building yesterday. There's some trees trying to grow, and you see my pile. I have to watch where I'm walking now because the story I'm fixing to tell y'all. So let me walk around here. And you can see the chickens are keeping this. I need to move the fence back over this way now and let them come back over here and get some of this. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon when it cools off some. But back there was some trees growing up there. And you see them pipes? Well, the chickens have been in there and knocked them down from the edge of the building, so I got back there and was restacking them, and I looked down the end of it, and I was like, that don't look like no leaf. So I went to the other end, peeked down, and I was like, go get the snake grabber. And there were just some little trees. I've got the pile right there. And I reached down in there, didn't want to move any more of the pipes, and lo and behold, we had us a copperhead. And a mean little sucker too. You'd think, because I didn't kill it. And you would think, here they all come, you'd think, since I was going to allow it to live, it would have been thankful. No, it kept trying to bite me, so I took it back over there, back in the woods. Be careful, Junior. And threw it on the other side, and as soon as I let it go, Maggie was with me, and it turned around like it was going to come after us, and I touched it with the snake grabber, and it turned its little butt around. But I have been doing some things like cleaning this up, but yeah, I quit messing with it because I figured if there was one, there was probably two, and the Lord had already blessed me from finding the one. So yeah, we got out of there. But I have been doing some stuff. Me and Brooke went and got some plexiglass, and I'll show y'all what I've been doing. Still got peppers coming. Look at that. Serrano peppers. And I don't know what that tomato plant's doing. It hadn't produced a tomato, and all of a sudden it gets life again. But the figs, I actually got some figs off of the tree today, and I really don't know a whole lot about figs. I may dig that one back there up and transplant it somewhere over there. But I actually ate one, and it was good. And then I threw them to the chicken because I wasn't ready to deal with them. But there's a rabbit that's living back there. But I got in here, and I'm real careful when I'm walking around here because that thing's so big. But you can tell I dug up all of those and got those out of here, rearranged the chairs, and you can see I got my 2 pieces of metal up. And I went and got some plexiglass because I'm going to try to make, like, I got hinges where I can make them hinge and open up and then close, laying on top of each other just for in the wintertime. But in the summertime, I wanted to make sure I could open them. So I just got some clear plexiglass, and then I'm trying to decide what I want to do with the front 2 sections of this. I think it's about 10 foot long, so I'd have to have my metal special cut or try to use some of what I've got and piece it together. But yeah, everything's doing good. I was so tickled about finding the fig, and I didn't go back too far. The dogs come back in here. You can see there's a path formed, and it's gotten so tall. It's a little dangerous. Look, there's some more of the blue mist growing, but yeah, not all of them. They're coming in. There's some little ones. There's one. I'm trying to watch where I'm stepping. There's one up there that's not quite done. That little one. Oop. Well, it was right, because you seen it just fell off. And I don't know where it went down there. We're not going to go digging down there. But I was kind of looking around to see. That one's not quite right. There's one. Nope, that's the leaves. There was one over here. And like I told you, I'm real careful back here. My little goji berry's still making it. But, I mean, you can see there's figs all over the place. I didn't see many more. There's one that's starting to turn right there. But I didn't see a whole bunch on that one. And I didn't see that one making any. That's why I think I may dig that one up and take it and move it. And give these some to grow. And there's one right there. And it's not quite right because it hasn't started drooping yet. But I thought that was kind of neat. I had to educate myself on how to tell when they were ripe. And the one that I took a bite of, oh, it was good. It was good. But yeah, they're all still over here. Anyway, so I have been doing some stuff. I do need to get either the mower or the weed eater and come down here. But since I chased that bunny out of here, I need to get the weed eater because I don't want to run over a nest. But I would hope it would have its nest back there someplace. And oregano is still growing. I need to get some of these American beauty berries out of here and transplant them. But these goji berries, I need to get them a trellis and put them up. But you see all the seeds fixing to come out of these 4 o'clocks. But yeah, I don't venture too far back up in there. But I've got to decide what I'm going to do with the side of the building. Yeah, as a product. There's Mama in her little plate there. Doesn't being all good. But I just want to catch y'all up. I'm going to go up to the house and then we'll pick y'all back up. Me and Junior's going to walk up there. So this morning, I scruffed up all the ground, threw some more grass seed all down on this side. And you can see, they all finding them a spot to lay. She's laying right where I threw some grass seed. But I don't think those are those flowery things that were down there in front of the greenhouse that I dug up. I just put them there for a reason. I don't know. But as you can see, I went and got some mulch and I dug up one of those little China berries and put it here. And then I got a piece of sedum. And then I just kind of took some of my old boards and some of the rocks. And then I went and pulled this up. I need a keep so it'll stay level. Pulled that up. Brooke liked it. And then I got this over here all mulched. And I can't remember if I don't think I showed y'all with the mulch on it. And then I got me a couple of mums to put in there. Everything is doing really good. Watering. And yesterday, well, let me tell you, planted crepe myrtles. Hopefully they'll all live. They get watered twice a day. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the mimosas up this way a little bit. Went and got the other wagon wheels from my sister. but I'm going to wait because I'm going to paint all of them black. But as y'all see, tarp's gone, pipes are gone, tarp is over here, and there's a lot of other stuff over here. My sister and them, this was around their it was their well pump house, and anyway, it got blown over, and they got them a metal one and put up around there. So I figured I could use it, and y'all could see I took this tarp, unfolded it, washed all there was a lot of red clay on it, washed it all off. But this stuff yesterday, I sprayed it all down. This is what I'm thinking. I'm still going to put a frame and get some 4x4 posts, but I figured I could use these for the sidewalls instead of having to buy a bunch of lumber and stuff. Just put these up and to put my wood in, and not put the doors on it. Leave it open in the front. So I can, but before I do any of that, I need to borrow Vicky's tractor and bring some dirt in there and level that area right there, so I can set this all up over there. Use some pallets for some bracing in the back. I've got to do some measurements of the panels here to see exactly how wide it is. I'm thinking it was like an 8x8, but I got to check that. And then I put all those, you see, table's gone. Oh, and the table and chairs is gone. I put all the pipe back here, which is fine. I put the tarp here because all this grass had grown up, and having this tarp here, it'll now kill that grass, excuse me, underneath, and get back down to the gravel. But then open this up, and then these American Beauty Berries are just going wild, but they're beautiful. And then there's a weed growing up in the middle of them. I think I have an idea about doing some stuff with those American Beauty Berries. There's some growing over there, but the grass, as you can see, is coming through. Everything's, the 4 o'clock there is slowly making it, and yeah, the grass is slowly coming in. Back there, we didn't even see any of that. Look, it's already covered. Isn't that just crazy? But way down there, you can see the picnic table, which is going to be brought back to about the point of, on this side of the dirt pile where Brooke and I had the side-by-side where we were shooting, and set it up, and then eventually get a cover over it, so when they're shooting, we'll have a place to put all of our ammo and stuff like that, and then have our targets going that way. And then we're on the left of it, where that dirt pile, that dirt, it's not filled in with grass yet. I'm going to plant Brookie's weeping willow. But came in last week, cleaned all this. Cleaned all the cushions. I need to take them off and probably wash them. And then cleaned everything. I cleaned everything, and then today I washed this off. And then I looked up getting some materials to redo these chairs and these chairs, and brought them all over. I need to clean the wind chime. Got the table clean, so it's slowly doing. Got started on Mother's headboard and footboard, and sanded it down again yesterday, and need to put another coat of paint on it. And then I'm going to have to paint these too, because I got to looking, and I thought it also had holes in it where we could bolt up the frame, but we can't. And then, what was it, Saturday, when I was going to pick up Brooke because she's going to come spend the night, and we went and got the plexiglass. Well, my daughter, Kristen, wanted to know if we wanted to go and look at the storage unit. And I said, yeah, we'll do that. So we wound up spending 4 hours. Let me get this all back. we wound up spending 4 hours in the storage unit, threw a bunch of stuff away, and then repacked a bunch of stuff, and then got this. And it's, I think I've measured 42 by 19, which will fit perfect in there in my bathroom where the little thing is. I need to take all these shelves out. That's why it's still out here. I got to clean it. Clean it as much as I can to see what it's going to look like. Because I really don't want to stain it. I just want to clean it. And there's the piece of plexiglass that goes in here. And then shelves all there. All the way to the bottom. Which I probably won't put any of that wallpaper but in these little drawers. And they all slide perfect. I'll put some in all these drawers. The same wallpaper that I put in Brooks. But I think this was Keith's grandmother's. Gave it to him. I'm going to have to get a piece of my wood and cut another one of these to mount on that side. But all in all, and it's pretty sturdy. Me and Brooke got it off of the truck, and I got my bowl because I was going to wash it down today with some Simple Green, which I still may. It's gotten a little bit hot. I may try to see how much of this is going to come off and get that done because I want to wait on finish doing this. And I've got another sander, so after I paint it again, I got like a 220 sanding block. But yeah, I wanted to put some more grass seed down here to see if I could get some more grass growing. Y'all could tell it's in the shade, so we shall see. So I've been busy, just hadn't been making videos. And it's so much nicer getting everything cleaned up. And you can see over here on the patio, all of this, how clean it is. I got the Simple Green and the broom and scrubbed it down. So eventually, when I get all of this stuff gone and the sawhorses back down in the building, I'll scrub the whole carport and over that area too. But I mean, the dogs, you can see where the dogs are walking. They come out. Maybe when the grass gets in, we won't have so much clay tracking. But yeah. And then all this stuff right there, that's my edging to make a walk thing with some gravel there. I don't know when I'll do that, whenever the Lord provides. But yeah, just kind of wanted to, I'll probably go ahead and put some Simple Green and wash that down and see how it looks. But just wanted to catch y'all up with what I've been doing. And grass is slowly coming in, and there's some more of the vine, but I'll take the rake and pull it up and then feed that to Dutton. And I think I showed y'all, I dug up and covered the rest of that hose there. I have not done that one yet. And then I threw some more grass seed over there, and then I pulled up some of that. And around the back, I didn't even show y'all, I walked right by. I got the weed eater. I need to fix the handle again. It stayed together pretty good. And then I laid it down and it came apart. But I weed eated around here, around the back of the house, and move that. I really want to go ahead and cut a hole in that, but I'm going to have to undo the tanks and then cut a hole in the back for that to fit through the back. And then I have cut a hole in the side, probably down low, so to put a vent in there to vent it. And move the pallet and put this over there. So still have things to do. This week is supposed to be getting hot, so I really need to get that built so I can start moving. Like there's a wood pile. Y'all know there's a wood pile down there by the chicken house. There's wood at the back of the chicken house. There's wood everywhere. But yeah. That's what we've been doing, and all the go rod coming up. I drove the truck up here, turned, and then backed up to unload everything yesterday. But yeah, maybe next week. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Maybe next week I'll borrow Vicky's tractor and get some of the dirt from over there and come and fill this in over here, build it up, and then level it out with the bucket, and then take some of this and kind of make a trench around it, because this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking around the very bottom, all the way around, to separate this from that. I may start digging up some American Beauty berries and sporadically planting them down there just to have some separation. I mean, I've got them growing everywhere. So I was thinking, might as well get it done, and I'll leave some openings like where that's washed. I probably will put steps going down that over there. I mean, the grass is growing in, but I'll probably do steps. And then, but yeah, that's my ideal. Yeah, I decided against planting the Crepe Myrtles there because they'd block the view. The American Beauty berries, they won't. They'll just grow down there. So anyway, I know it's been a while. There's Mama. She's still so big. And Dutton, he's just calm right on down. I pulled him some grass up, and he's ate most of it. I need to go pull him some more. I'll probably do that this afternoon, but I need to get this put back together, just the screws, and then get it down into the building, and it'll be out the way. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing stuff, just hadn't been making any videos, and thought I'd make one today, catch y'all all up. And these blue mists that I transplanted over here are doing really, really well. Really well. You can see the flowers, the blooms just came on out. This is a plant my sister gave me, which almost died in the front, so I decided to go ahead and put it in the dirt and let it grow. And then some more of the little of those, the little flowering things. So everything is doing okay. And the grass, even up here, is slowly coming in. Oof. So I've been sitting once a day, every day, sitting in my chair. And I don't know, this is something a little bit different off topic. I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Chosen. This is the book two, and it's stories and Bible verses to cover for 40 days. So I've been sitting out here. You can see my coffee's still here. Oh, there's some other of the plants doing a whole lot better than the other one. This one, I think, got a little waterlogged, so I have to quit watering them so much. My sister gave me those. And then Brookie's Weeping Willow, which Kristen gave me that stand too when we were cleaning out the storage unit. But yeah, I've been sitting down and reading this. I caught up for over the weekend because I missed it, so I'm actually ahead. I'm on like day 13. I think this is the second time I'm going back through the book and reading it. But I think Season 5 is out on the Chosen app, and I think you can watch it for free. You know, this last year or so, they partnered with Amazon, so I think you can watch it on Amazon. I think Amazon Prime if you have a subscription, but it's Season 5, and it's leading up to, I think it's the Last Supper. I think Season 6 will actually be the crucifixion. I think all the way through Season 5 it has where Judas, the betrayal, but I'm not for sure exactly how far it goes. So I've been with The Chosen ever since they did the on Facebook, where they did the self-funded, you know, first 8 episodes. So I'm one of the original ones that helped get the word of Jesus out to a lot of different people and get it translated in a lot of different languages all around the world. So if you don't know The Chosen and you want to get to know a little bit about Jesus, go watch it. You'll enjoy it. Dallas Jenkins is one of the producers, and he kept it as close to scripturally accurate as he could. And, I mean, he has made Jesus have a sense of humor, which he wanted to think that back in those days he'd have to have some kind of a sense of humor to deal with everything that he was dealing with. But anyway, if y'all have time, go check it out. And what else did we do? Saturday when we came home, we stopped over at the neighbors. They gave me the recliners, and I showed y'all the recliners. I'm almost positive I showed y'all the recliners he gave me. We'll open up the door and peek in, but I'm almost positive I showed them to y'all already. That's what happens when you don't take videos. But there they are, the two gray ones. And Brooke fell asleep in the other one on Saturday when we got home. But we went over to his house because the man who built up all this and fixed my sister's pond, he bought all the land on the backside of all of the neighbors' property over there. And they have been working, I think, for the last 2 weeks clearing. And you hear the bulldozers, you hear the skid steers. They've just been clearing. They've been building fence. They've been hauling gravel in. And we stopped over Brian's to see if we could see how much they cleared back there. And Brooke wind up, he's got a target practice and a shooting table and stuff. When she wind up, him and her were target practicing over at his house. And all my ammunition was over here. But yeah, he just kept getting ammunition and they kept shooting. And I mean, it's nice to have good neighbors. And then, I think we got home about 6 o'clock and started unloading stuff. But everything's slowly coming together. It just, putting this around the American beauty berries. The chickens haven't been up here in a few days. They've been coming and throwing the mulch out of here up on the carport. They pretty much leave the other flower beds alone. They haven't been up here. They know that there's seed down there probably, but I'll try to keep this wet so this grass can try to come in. It has a grass seed and fertilizer and a soil builder. And I'm not seeing the seed. The seeds are coated in pink. It's the same thing we've had. We're still working on the same bag. So hopefully it'll come up and grow. Oh, and I did put a crepe myrtle there. I left myself enough room. So if I need to take the lawnmower that way, I could. Anyway, crazy dogs. Anyway, I just wanted to catch y'all up. Show y'all what's been going on. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the front end of the greenhouse. I really don't want to buy more plastic and put on the front. I really kind of want to enclose it. Maybe put some more plexiglass up on the top. Have to figure out how I can get that done. I can put some purlins, stretch some purlins across to tack it down, and then try to get some type of a the roof thing and do it. I don't know how many sheets I'd have to measure that it would take, because these are only a little bit over 2 foot wide. And I haven't got that far in measuring it, but yeah, leave me a comment what you think. I know the only thing about putting the plexiglass is going to make it hotter in there. They do have some other material, and I have some metal, but I don't think I have enough metal to do the whole thing in, like, the plain galvanized metal or the brown. I've got some brown, back there, but I don't have enough to do the whole roof. So they do have some, it's like some kind of a bicarbonate. I don't know. I've used it before. I covered a chicken coop when I was in Virginia with the roofing material. It was real easy to cut and real easy to work with. So I might try to do that. Get some in maybe a tan color or a brown color, because I still want the front area being shaded, because I've got enough back in the back that's open for the plants, because it just gets extremely too hot in there. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking of. And I need to mow, but maybe next week, because this week's supposed to be real hot. And then mow, get the flat tire, put the belt back on, because I haven't done that. The grass over here hasn't got too extremely out of control. Like I said, I can move that and let them eat on that some, and I can actually move it back over here and let them get some of that too. So, and Grace, she'll go out there and eat a little bit, but she ain't in no big hurry. So if y'all like the content, y'all know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, come on over to the channel and subscribe. We'd love to have you. And I need to get my bird feeder. I don't know if I'm going to leave it here. I have another one of these. Actually, I've got two of them down there. Maybe I'll bring the other one and put the bird feeder and put it over there. But I've got another one that has a small little blue bird feeder down there by the greenhouse. And then I have another one that's propped up against the tree. That one side of it needs to be fixed. I've got it. I need to get JB weld and fix it. So, you know, a little bit of projects. They don't have to be all done today. And looking forward to it getting cool weather in that tree down there. Y'all can see it in the midst of all that go rod. That sucker needs to be cut. It is finally just coming on down, but it won't break down at the bottom. So, but it's beautiful out here. Got a little bit of clouds in the sky, but I don't think it's calling for any rain today. But yeah, there's flowers, random flowers coming up out there. I haven't seen what those are. They're these kind of plants right here. Because I pulled up a bunch of them over there by Dutton's pen. There's some, I pulled up some of them, but yeah, they'll grow tall and they've got the little yellow flowers. But you can see where I drove the side-by-side, where I drove the truck, where I pulled that, because I pulled that down there with the side-by-side, and it just kind of made a path. But yeah, don't want to cut this while it's real hot unless we're going to get some rain, because I don't want it all to be yellow. But anyway, like the content, hit that like button. If you have to subscribe, come on over and subscribe. We'd love to have you. And hit the notification bell so every time we upload a video, Grace, you'll be notified. Yeah, they bring me a lot of joy and laughter. My sister asked me if I wanted the neighbor's goats. I think he has 3. They're not boar goats. My one goat makes one of them, 2. The 2 of them make one of my boar goats. So I would be afraid if they're all females that he'd go nuts, and he's too big to breed them. So yeah, I think there's some Nigerian something. But anyway, I've rattled on enough. I hope y'all have been safe. If you needed rain, I hope you got rain. If you didn't need rain, I hope you didn't get rain. I hope God has blessed you and keeping you safe in these crazy days that we're living in. Just put your faith in Jesus. He's there. He just wants your heart. And God made us a lot of promises that he would provide provision. So if you don't know him, go try to have a relationship with him. You will be surprised. All right, people. Hope y'all enjoy the video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.